We've got a new patch today on iRacing 2022 Season 1 Patch 1. A lot of stuff in it, the biggest being the rescan of Daytona with new textures and everything, but we'll get to that. So starting off in the iRacing UI for the homepage, they fixed an issue where the date display on the homepage was a temporal anomaly from 2022 Season 4. Ooh. Guess does that mean the DeLorean's coming? Up next, fix an issue where the up next page is not updating the list of sessions over time. Tracks, fix an issue where some pit lane speeds are missing from Not Kill Racing Circuit and Hockenheim for the Porsche Experience Center. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that other word. And I took German. I still ain't even going to try it. For leagues, processing of league session data has been optimized to reduce overhead on both client and server. No functional changes. There's an extra little bullet here. So I don't know if they missed something. If there's an extra bullet on accident, we're going to have a patch on the patch notes. Filters. Some additional search filters have been added for the Mercedes F1 car. For retired content, updated how content which is retired is displayed in the iRacing interface. For documentation, a new paint policy document was added. And a new broadcast policy document was updated. Now for the paint policy, I'm guessing this is the trading paints thing where they're getting rid of all political paints. I haven't read anything about a broadcast policy, so I can't help you on that one. I don't know what that one is. Maybe it's the same thing. That would be my guess, but I don't know. For simulation for iRacing Live, the iRacing Live companion website is now available. Watch the biggest live broadcast events found across all of iRacing right here. Never miss your favorite content. Okay, so just the new page for I guess them streaming races. It used to be a thing, maybe it still is on the main site, where you have it would have like a banner live telling you what was going on. You could click on it and it would take you to like the YouTube video. Loading. Fix an issue where some sound scripts were hiccuping during track loading, which caused some significant delays around the 75% load mark. Race control has been adjusted to consider crossing any pit lane checkpoints as pitting for the purposes of any strict scoring events, such as qualifying or time attack. This prevents users from using any areas of pit lane to illegally shorten their lap times. Penalties. Fixed a bug that was preventing clear penalty events from being saved to the database for displaying the session events pop-up. That was hard to say for some reason. On the members' website's results pages. Please note the penalties are properly being cleared. They were just not being logged to the database for later reference. For AI racing in preparation for our upcoming events, the AI drivers have improved their racing skills at Daytona International Speedway. Audio. So the default audio device has been set to X-Audio 2 for fresh app.ini files. So X-Audio 2 is the one where you can hear the birds chirping and the announcers, and I think the pit entry on road courses when it has the alarm go off. I think that's all tied to X-Audio 2. So I guess that is part of the maybe the announcer's not part of it. I don't know. I forget what all is in there. I know a lot of the ambient sounds like the bird chirps are. So I guess that's the default on a fresh install. For spotters, fix an issue where your spotter incorrectly informs you about low fuel. That's something that was introduced on the last update. For whatever reason, the estimated thing would be messed up. So you'd roll off with full fuel and it would tell you had like half a lap left, and you'd come around and your spotter would tell you to pit. But then after you did a lap, it would correct itself. But it was kind of annoying. Some improvements have been made to some of the Aussie spotter calls, mate. Fuel consumption data for predictions is now discarded for imperfect laps, including black flags, pitting, resets, loss of control, towing, or if the race is over. I guess we'll see how that affects our estimation then. That should make it better. For black flags, I don't know. I don't know why a black flag we would need it gone. Same for loss of control. I don't know. I think I'd rather keep that. But I guess this should make it more accurate if it's only counting green flag full laps. What I think it should do is instead, the way they do it is your fuel estimation when you're looking at fuel is from like when you start the car to like the end of the fuel run. It's just all of that is just sort of averaged together, so your pacing laps affect it, and that's why it's always wrong. And I always thought it should average like the last 5 laps or something, or maybe the last, I don't know, 6, 7. It should do like, I think, a set of laps previous to give you your thing. That way when you're actually like racing under green for a long time, that should make it more accurate. But I don't know, this is a weird one. I didn't know this was coming. I guess we'll see how that affects it. Some of that's kind of weird, but some of it should be, I don't know, should help it. Anyway, moving on, I'm rambling. Driver display name. For vehicles that display the driver name anywhere on the vehicle, this value is now directly derived from the values a customer inputs as their first name and last name when signing up for iRacing. If your name is not appearing correctly as an existing member, please contact customer service to have it adjusted manually. Okay, on to the cars. Again, if it's just a like a setup update, we're not going to mention it. For the ARCA cars, fix an issue with the hide steering wheel option for the vehicle. For the Audi R8, Michelin branded tires are now equipped when it's running an IMSA event. IMSA badging will now be displayed when it's running an IMSA event. For the Corvette C8R, fix an issue where some headlight pieces are missing in the interface model of this vehicle. For the Dallara IR01, fix an issue where opponent cars could sometimes appear to start the race using a different tire compound than the one they qualified on. For the IR18, fix an issue where opponent cars, well, same thing, different tires. And fix an issue where the driver's hands would shift erratically on the steering wheel for some body types. For the Mazda Mx-5 Cup, all in-car vehicle engine audio has been updated. Vehicle audio for tires rolling on asphalt have been improved when audio levels have been rebalanced. Alright, for the Civic Type R, engine cooling updated. New shock package has been added to address issues with bouncing due to large curb strikes. Fix an issue where all opponent cars had active mirror portals, which was causing a severe hit to FPS. I don't know what that means. Fix the display issue with the windshield digits. And for the Elantra, the IMSA number board and windshield numbers have been returned to the default vehicle paint pattern. Windshield digits have been improved and adjusted to prevent them from flickering with the windshield. Fix an issue where an extra tab is appearing in the garage, and fix an issue with the hide steering wheel option. For the Lamborghini Huracan Gt3, fix an issue where some dashboard knobs would disappear when some black box settings were adjusted. That's strange. For the McLaren MP4-12C, Michelin branded tires are on it when in an IMSA event, and IMSA badging will be displayed when it's running an IMSA event. For the Mercedes F1 car, paint pattern 12 has been updated. Fix an issue where opponent cars could appear to have dirty tires or could appear to be using a different tire compound than when they qualified. Fix an issue where shift lights are not working when the control pop-up screen are active. For the Mercedes AMG, it's the same IMSA stuff, IMSA tires and badging when it's running IMSA. For the modifieds, the pillar appearance is now editable when a fixed setup is in use. NASCAR Cup Series car, speed reduction from draft drag has been increased slightly. For the truck, oh, no, they got me. iRacing setups for the trucks. Alright, for the next gen NASCAR Cup cars, fix an issue where the rear tire changer could get stuck in a looping animation when he missed a signal from the jack man. Still no update. Maybe they're waiting until they maybe do like a whole pass on the vehicle to fiddle with it. But oh my god, please up the force feedback, the base force feedback. It's terrible. Please, iRacing, please turn up the force feedback. For the next gen Mustang, fix an issue with some visual artifacts appearing on the side windows. For the Porsche 911R GT3, rev limiter and ignition cut backfire sounds improved. For the Porsche 919 in-car engine and hybrid sounds are improved. For the Skippy, fix an issue where the driver's arm could occasionally clip through the tube framing of the vehicle. Oh, that's normal. Everybody does that. Touring class cars, pit stop tire changer timing variance has been reduced. Fix a pit stop issue where a rear tire could become hidden. Ooh. For the VW Beetle, fix an issue with the orientation of the roof card number. For the Jetta, suspension strength and stiffness has been increased for generally better vehicle damage performance. Also, while we have the Jetta here, iRacing, half the paints don't load in the sim. So you fix the Jetta. Legacy DW12 IndyCar. The driver for this vehicle is now utilizing the correct Legacy helmet type. Same for the IndyCar Dallara 2009. All right, on to tracks. We're almost through this thing. Chili Bowls, some extra dark flags have been brightened. And here it is, Daytona. Probably one of the biggest pieces of this patch. Just in time for the 500 coming up. Variety of track surfaces and features have been updated utilizing our latest 2021 laser scan data, including the following. So the bus stop curving has been updated. The bus stop gain time checkpoints are updated. A white dashed line has been added in the merge area leading onto the oval off of turn 2. Turn 5 curves have been updated. Pit road surface has been updated. Starting grid size has been expanded to 60. A large variety of track fencing has been updated to utilize 3D objects. This should improve both photorealism and collision parameters. Some previously missing sections of fencing have been added. A variety of grass textures have been updated. Some environment objects, object properties, and trackside decal properties have been updated and fixed. Some rogue floating environmental objects have been grounded, fixing an issue where crowd members could show through the flag booth caution lights. This didn't mention it, but I'm also wondering, since they updated all the stuff for the road course for the 24, I wonder if they've changed where pit lane exit is for your pit speed. Because right now it's at the end of pit lane, normal pit lane, which is how it used to be. But for like the last few years, they've turned it to where you actually... one turn... I don't know the turn number, but before the first horseshoe, when you come out of pit lane, it's there now for the 24. So I wonder if they've changed that. I might have to load in and see. For Hockenheim, several minor track issues have been fixed. Fixed an issue where a rumble strip area was improperly handing out penalties. For not kills, several floating buildings have been grounded. For Phoenix, some terrain seams have been patched. Some floating light poles have been grounded. Silverstone, for the Grand Prix layout, the penalty for course cutting the arena has been increased. Alright, for Watkins Glenn, fix an issue where the dynamic track system is not working properly at this track. Normal behaviors for rubber, dust, marble, debris, and heat have returned. The track surface bump map has been regenerated. Some waves near the curb and the boot section have been smoothed. A variety of environment objects have had their textures updated. The track loading screens updated. Fix an issue with some walls at the boot. Fix an issue where some caution lights are not working correctly. And then finally, for Legacy Pocono, several minor track issues have been fixed. So a decent amount of stuff in this patch. Some of it pretty good. Still some changes I want to see coming that I complain about every time. I haven't got them yet, but new Daytona should look good. I actually have a race later today there, so I'm excited to have a look at it and to see how the fuel calculator is going to act now with those changes. Anyway, I've kept you long enough. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was useful. Again, as always in these videos, if there's anything specific you want to see out of these patch notes or anything in general, let me know. I'll make it happen. And yeah, that's it for now. All right. Bye.